We've got to raise the bar, and we've got to continue to raise the bar. I don't think any of those young men, when they signed to come to Tennessee, they signed to say they wanted to come and be a part of a 7-6 program. They said they wanted to come and compete for championships, SEC championships, national championships. I know that's what I want. I know that's what Tennessee wants. I know that's what the expectation is. So we've got to continue to reassess everything that we're doing and make sure that we're continuing to move the needle in the right direction.
And we got a lot of dudes, man. I mean, a lot of RLDs, real live dudes that are flying around, and we should wreck shop.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. I got a 6 cents for imposters. So now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You could double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't tame, cause I break the chains. Can't control me. I got the power, I got the keys, cause I break the chains. They try to hold me, I'ma push back, just wait until you see.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. It is Saturday night, almost 9 o'clock. I'm sitting at home by myself. My oldest daughter's working. My youngest daughter has a dance to attend. My wife's chaperoning. I am sitting back, relaxing, just honestly, just enjoying the evening. Reading some comic books, watching some wrestling, just having a good night, sipping on a little bourbon, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's why we're here, because I was sipping on a little bourbon, scrolling through Twitter, and all of a sudden an article falls into my lap, and of course, Greg Sankey has to respond to NIL. He's got to respond to NIL. I put out the videos. We had the Impromptu Livestream just recently talking about Jimbo Fisher versus Nick Saban. And of course, Greg Sankey has to respond. That's the main event. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. I thought about making a video, but look, it's almost 9 o'clock. Almost 9 o'clock on a Saturday. I thought, why not? Why not go live and join my closest friends? You guys are family. I'm closer to you guys than I am my own real life friends. I would rather jump on here and talk to you guys about it. So let's jump into it. Let's see who is hanging out on this Saturday evening. I don't know how long we're going to go. Like, this may be a 15-minute stream. It may be a 2-hour stream. It is up to you guys. We will see what happens. Let's see who's hanging out in the chat. Joel Certain, Heisman Trophy winner, is in the house as his body is ready. James Hickerson in the house. Both Saban and Fisher should have been fined for criticizing another SEC program or coach. That's what's funny, because Greg Sankey comes out and basically shuts it all down, says no more comments, no more media appearances. Lane Kiffin was supposed to meet with the media, and that got shut down. So Greg Sankey steps up. But man, the comments I saw in the article just today, I had to jump on and talk about it. Zach Cherry is in the house. What's up, Zach? Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Smoky Mountain Serps is here. Ryan Clayton is in the house, says hello, VFLs. Knoxville Predator Catcher is in the house, dropping those custom Talkin VAWLS emojis. Even the Indie Kid, even though he's MIA, he's no longer a part of the channel, but we can still throw that Indie Kid emoji out there. Barbecue Bros in the house. Can we start calling the Tennessee-Georgia game the Doggy Bowl? The best dog gets to eat a T-bone steak as a prize. Jay Travel Dude in the house. Jim is here. Ethan Green is in the house. Sammy P is here. What's up, Sammy P? Sammy P is elite. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Jay Travel Dude likes the T-shirt, rocking that Bullet Club OG shirt. Bullet Club OG, that New Japan Bullet Club. Jordan Culberson is in the house. What is up? Won't let me become a member. Yeah, if you're on an Apple product, Jordan, if you're on an iPhone, an iPad, anything Apple product, it won't let you join on the app. What you got to do, you got to go to a internet browser. So whether that's Safari or whatever the internet browser is on your Apple product, go there, sign on, make sure you're using the web browser, sign on to your account, and then go ahead and you'll find that join button just down below. Right beside subscribe, you'll find that join button. You can click it. You can join the channel. Once you join and sign up, then you can come back to the app and you'll have access to the emojis, all the perks that come along with it. But for some reason, man, Apple products are a pain and will not let you join the channel. Knoxville Predator Catcher for 2. Thank you for the super chat. It's been too long since UT football. I know, man. It's May. It is May, but you guys still show up, you show out, and it's amazing how much you guys love Tennessee football. Like I said, closest friends in the world right here on the Talkin' VAWLS Network. Captain Woodland in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Victor Lockwood is here. Love the VAWLS, but man, I can tell that you really have a passion for the VAWLS. Thank you. Yeah. Dude, I want to do this for a career, man. Like, I'm 40 years old. If I could go back, I was talking to my wife just recently, and we were talking about, 18-year-old kids. Just yesterday, just last night, saw my nephew graduate, and it's like, man, they're giving these speeches, they're talking to these kids, 18-year-old kids. The whole world is in front of them, and here I am at 40. I've worked for the man for 22 years. For 22 years, I've clocked in, punched that time card, and worked for the man, and I'm so close, so close, thanks to you guys, to doing this for a living. And if you do something you love, you never work in a day in your life. That's the cliche. That's what you hear people say, and, laughing about it, talking about it with my wife, it's like, I would never go back to 18-year-old Boogie and say, dude, just throw it all away and make a living on YouTube. You have to go through that grind. You have to go through life. Everything I've done over the last 20 years has led me to this, whether it be working for the man, whether it be failing at a comic book podcast, a wrestling podcast, trying to make video game content. Like, I've failed so many times to get where I'm at now, and thanks to you guys, this is my passion. And that's why I made the choice to drop baseball coverage and to drop basketball coverage, because that's not my passion. My passion is Tennessee football. I'm not saying that I don't like Tennessee baseball. I do. I love Tennessee baseball. I want all Tennessee athletics to succeed, but my passion is Tennessee football, and that's why you see the coverage that you see on this channel for Tennessee football, because I am not working. I am having the time of my life pumping out content on this channel, and I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful that you guys enjoy it. Trevor Crane is here. What is up, Trevor? Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Reed Harrison is here. Who else we got? Wood Duck says, I am in the house. Mark Wilson is here. You guys flooding in. Maybe we should just go live every Saturday night. Just Saturday night, come hang out, talk Tennessee football. This is fantastic. This is impromptu. Like about 20 minutes notice, and you guys are here. Excuse me, just one moment. That's delicious. Matt Dummett, good to see you in the chat. Smokey Payton is here. Who else we got? Colton Fugit is here. Bender of Strings in the house. Good to see you in the chat. Jim's here. Shannon Hill is here. Says thumbs up on all devices. Yeah, if you guys just coming in, hit that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, you don't know what this is. I say it all the time. We're not fans. We're not fans. See, it's so late. It's past my bedtime. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We are fans just like you. If you like what we do, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live. Ebo 24/7 for 5. Thank you for the super chat. I want to know how God did his deal. Well, Nick Saban is not God, Ebo. Let me just go ahead and inform you. Nick Saban is not God. We can go see how he did his deal. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about Nick Saban. We're going to talk about Jimbo Fisher. We're going to talk about Steve Spurrier. There is so much to talk about. We're going to get into it. I promise, guys. I'm just running down the chat. Andrew Weems is here. Love the channel. Watch every video this week, GBO. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, watching those videos. That's what drives the channel. You guys make this what it is. John Hill in the chat with a $20 super chat. That ain't cheap. $20 is not cheap. That's about a half a gallon of gasoline in the world we live in right now. $20 is a half a gallon of gasoline. It says, let's go Big Orange. Thank you, John, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jim. Man, it's past my bedtime, man. I told you guys, Impromptu live stream, and I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't have a wingman. I don't have anybody that I can throw to and say, hey, I gotta update this banner that I'm gonna put on the screen right now. Can you just go ahead and rant and rave? There's nobody here to do that, so I'm just gonna pretend to talk to you guys while I go in and update it, because I like this leaderboard. I like this new leaderboard that I've created, and it lets you guys know who the top contributors are. And I made a big mistake recently, huge mistake recently, because let me go ahead and scroll the top super chatters, because I made a huge mistake. And look, I can't sort by the highest super chat, so what I had to do is just guess. I was kind of scrolled through, and James Moody sent me a message and said, Boogie, go check your records, my friend. I dropped a $200 super chat. He gave me the exact date. So he is the top. He is the leader. He is at the top of the leaderboard. You can see it scrolling across the bottom there. All-time single donation. James Moody, $200, $199.99. Thank you, James Moody, for that support. So let's get into it. Why are we here? What are we talking about? You know, all week long it's kind of played out. We've talked about it. Jimbo Fisher, Nick Saban, they've been in the media, even though an Alabama fan told me today that I was crazy. They said, Boogie, you don't know what you're talking about. Nick Saban's not in the media. Nick Saban speaks privately, and it gets leaked to the media. You're crazy. Nick Saban clearly speaks to the media, and he has put it out there that NIL is not fair. And I had another Alabama fan. Clearly, you know, it's funny how the Alabama fans speak up. They're very vocal. They're very upset at the videos that I've dropped this week, but I guess you could probably understand that. It's been pretty negative towards Nick Saban. I've talked about how Nick Saban has one foot out the door. He's on his way out. The game is passing him by. He doesn't like NIL. It's very clear. That's why he keeps complaining. He keeps whining. He said himself, this is from the GOAT himself. Nick Saban said, we just paid $3 million. That was it. That was all we paid last year, was $3 million to our entire roster. But I have Alabama fans telling me we have way more money than that. We just didn't want to spend it, right? Because that's what you would do. You wouldn't want to spend it. You want to save that money. You don't want to pay your players. You don't want to use NIL. Alabama has deep pockets. They just don't want to spend it, right? Clearly that's what it is. And for any Alabama fans that are coming in right now and you disagree with me and you think I'm wrong, there's the only thing, welcome. Like, you're welcome here. I want you here. I want to have healthy debate. And what I would say to you if you're an Alabama fan is simply this.
We don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama, whole state of Alabama, whole state of Alabama. We don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama. We're from Tennessee. We don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama, whole state of Alabama, whole state of Alabama. We don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama. We're from Tennessee.
Joel brings up a very good point here. How many car leases, though? Yeah, it's comical, right? It's comical. You go look at social media, you look at Instagram, you see all the Alabama players. They show up on campus with not a dime to their name, but all of a sudden they have stacks of cash and Mercedes, BMWs. So let's get into it. Let's take a look. I got several articles here. Again, I don't know if this thing's going to go 20 minutes or an hour. That's up to you guys, man. That is up to you guys, how interactive you want to be and talk about this thing. But again, just a brief recap. So Nick Saban speaking with, I don't know, fans. I don't know who he's talking to. I don't really care who he's talking to, but you're Nick Saban. If you're speaking to a group, it's going to go to social media. You ever go to a sporting event? You ever go to a wrestling show? What's everybody doing? Everybody's got their phone, right? They got their phone. They don't live in the moment. Everybody is so concerned about recording, right? They want to record it. That's the world we live in. So no matter who you're speaking to, it's going to get recorded. It's going to get posted on social media. And Nick Saban's talking about Jimbo Fisher, and he says, Jimbo Fisher signed the number one class, and Nick Saban just conveniently says, we were number two. We didn't pay a single player. No, not one. Nick Saban did not pay a single player, not one player. Everybody in the class of 22, it was legit. It was authentic. No problems on Nick Saban's side. But Jimbo Fisher is breaking every rule. He paid every single player. I said it all week. We speak in absolutes. Nick Saban speaks in absolutes. He paid every single player. We did not pay one. Let's look at history, right? Let's go back and look at history in the world of recruiting, because we had a kid from the class of 2000 come out talking about how Alabama offered him 6 figures back in 2000. And yes, that was before Nick Saban, but we talked about that on the live stream the other night. Do you think Nick Saban came and cleaned up the program, or do you think he just continued to do what Alabama was already doing? Let's look at history. Here's history. The last 10 years, this is prior to 2022 when Jimbo Fisher pulled in the top class in 2022. And keep in mind that Nick Saban and Alabama pulled in the number 2 class, the number 2 class in the country. So let's look at history. The last 10 years, Alabama pulled the number 1 class 8 out of 10 times, according to 24/7 Sports. Now, what do you think that means? Do you think that's because they want to go get developed? Maybe, possibly. I mean, Nick Saban, I take nothing away from Nick Saban and what he does. He has created a juggernaut. I think he will possibly go down as the greatest college football head coach of all time unless he tarnishes his record on the way out, and he tarnishes that legacy on the way out the door. But as of now, it's hard to argue looking what he's done. In my mind, I think he would probably go down as the greatest college football coach of all time. But we look at history, we look at recruiting. The last 8 out of the last 10 years, Alabama pulled the number 1 class. But in 2022, he wants to talk about Jimbo Fisher, how Jimbo Fisher is paying everybody. Nick Saban is not paying anybody. So Jimbo Fisher fires back, talks about Nick Saban cheating, talks about history. Anybody that's ever coached under Nick Saban could tell you just how much he cheats. Look, these two are firing back and forth at each other, so much so that Greg Sankey has to come out and tell the entire SEC, shut your mouth, stop talking. He puts the zipper on everybody. No more media appearances. Lane Kiffin, again, scheduled to meet with the media, does not do so. So let's see what Steve Spurrier had to say about this. ESPN.com. And again, we're going to get into Greg Sankey. Greg Sankey is the main event. This is the warm-up. You know, the organist at church is playing the hymns, and everybody's kind of filing in. We're getting settled. Sammy P and Joel are talking in the chat. JJ Banks is here. Leonard's here. Jonathan Henderson is in the chat. Everybody's getting warmed up. We got 150 people here on this late Saturday night. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, I was going to make a video, and I just thought it would be way better to come hang out with you guys, talk to you guys, see what you thought about this. So Greg Sankey's the main event. We're going to get into it. But first, let's hear what Steve Spurrier had to say. This is an article from ESPN.com. Hall of Fame college football coach Steve Spurrier defends Alabama's Nick Saban in spat with Texas A&M's Jimbo Fisher. Let's go down and see what the article says here. While the college football world is catching its collective breath in the aftermath of the Jimbo Fisher-Nick Saban public spat, there's one Hall of Fame coach who isn't ready to let it go. Here's the quote from Steve Spurrier. I don't know why he is mad at Saban. Did Saban say something that wasn't true? And let's unpack that. When Saban said that Jimbo Fisher paid every player in the class of 22, was he wrong? Was Nick Saban wrong? And we'll come back to the article, but was Nick Saban wrong in what he said about Jimbo Fisher paying every single player? Well, this is where business really picks up. This is where big business picks up, because you go to social media. Lane Kiffin retweeted this. This came from Lane Kiffin. You can see here. Lane Kiffin retweeted it. This is not my tweet, sharing via doc_Texas. Jimbo had the nerve to say it wasn't NIL. Says everyone is coming to Texas A&M because it is a great place to be. Well, let's take a look at the numbers. Let's take a look at the numbers for Jimbo Fisher. You can see it right there on the screen. 2018 at Texas A&M, Jimbo Fisher, 0 5-star prospects. Okay, well, year one, maybe Jimbo Fisher's trying to build a little something. Maybe business will pick up. 2019, okay, getting a little motivation here. Get a little spark. 2 5-stars. 2020, you add another 2 5-stars. 2021, you add a 5-star. What? Those first 4 years, Jimbo Fisher signed 5 5-star prospects. So Is he really building something at that point? Let's look at history. Let's look at Tennessee. Let's look at Derek Dooley. Let's look at Butch Jones. Let's look at Jeremy Pruitt. It's almost a cycle, and it's battered VAWLS syndrome, right? It's what scares me. It's what scares me about Josh Heupel, because I try not to get too excited about Josh Heupel, because we have seen the same old song and dance, right? Guys come in, they create momentum in recruiting. There's this buzz, there's this energy. We're excited, and then the wheels fall off. Hopefully, that's going to be different with Josh Heupel. But looking at Jimbo Fisher, 4 years into his tenure at Texas A&M, he has signed 5 five-star prospects. So then we look here, 2022. NIL introduced. Jimbo Fisher signed 7 five-star prospects and the highest rated class of all time. Highest rated class of all time. That's what's comical. That is what's comical. Highest rated class of all time. It's not just the number 1 class in 2022. It's the highest rated class of all time. Now, here's where it gets funny. And again, this goes to the guy putting out the tweet, which is Ben Daniel. Makes perfect logic, right? After losing to Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Arkansas, and LSU, you finish 4-4 in the SEC, 8-4 overall. Clearly, you are the nation's elite program, and all these recruits want to come to a program on the rise. He nailed it. How? I mean, guys, you can't make this up. 0 5-stars in 2018, 2 in 2019, 2 in 2020, 1 in 2021. All of a sudden, NIL, oil money, allegedly, $30 million comes into play, and Jimbo Fisher signs 7 5-star prospects, brings in the highest ranked class in the history of college football. Guys, you cannot make this up. So, going back to what Steve Spurrier had to say, was Nick Saban wrong? I don't think he was wrong. I don't think that Nick Saban was wrong. So let's go back to the article here. It says the Fisher-Saban feud was ignited Wednesday night when Saban told a group of local business leaders, and again, a group of local business leaders. Some people want to come into the comments and talk about how he is trying to inspire. He is trying to motivate his boosters. He is trying to fire them up and make more money. And you're not wrong. Like, I think you are spot on. I think you are right. That's exactly what Nick Saban is trying to do. He is saying our pockets aren't deep enough. We don't have enough cash. If you guys want me to continue to do what I'm doing, you're going to have to give more money. And that's where I laugh at Alabama fans. I mock them. I laugh at them when they come into the chat and they tell me our pockets are deep. We got plenty of money. We just didn't want to spend it. You know what I say to that? You know what I say to an Alabama fan when they come into the comment section and they tell me, we got way more money. We got way more money than Tennessee. We just don't want to spend it. I mean, this is what I say.
Oh, my God. We should leave it at that.
Okay.
We should close with that. That is the mind blower of mind blowers.
Good.
Absolutely ridiculous. You don't have more money than Tennessee. You don't have more money than Texas A&M. You don't have more money than Texas. You are middle of the pack when it comes to NIL, and that's why you can call me crazy. You can say I'm wrong. Nick Saban's on the way out the door. Unless Alabama figures a way out, or we get to the main event and we talk about what Greg Sankey had to say, and he is Nick Saban's little puppet, the Bama bias is real, and we'll get into it. That's the only way Nick Saban has a chance. If Greg Sankey intervenes and shuts all this down, then Nick Saban can keep doing what he's doing. He can keep allegedly cheating and hold his rightful spot at the top of the SEC. Where was I? My goodness, I keep getting derailed. Says the feud was ignited Wednesday night. Saban told a group of local business leaders that A&M bought every player in its top-ranked 2022 recruiting class with a deal for name, image, and likeness. Saban went on to say that Alabama was doing it the right way. Of course, Alabama would never cheat. Let's forget about what allegedly happened in 2000 with paying a player 6 figures. That's not normal. We'll ignore that. Only 25 of its players had NIL opportunities. And again, Do you think Nick Saban coming out and saying that 25 of their players on their roster in 2021, we're not talking about incoming recruits, we're talking about players on Alabama's roster, only 25 of them got NIL opportunities? Do you think that's a way to sell your program? Do you think that's a way to get a guy like Carnell Tate, a guy like Nico Iamaleava? Do you think it's a way that you can land Arch Manning? Do you think you're going to land Arch Manning by telling him, we only spent $3 million and, we could only pay 25 players. Everybody else, tough luck. You got your scholarship, free school. It's 1979. You got a free education. Come on to Alabama. Do you think that is a selling point? No, he is pitching to his boosters, but in the process, he is destroying his potential to recruit talent in the class of 22, the class of 23, class of 23, moving forward. Nico Iamaleava, allegedly, again, we're talking rumors here. No facts. I'm a fan. I don't know what's going on. I'm just talking about rumors. We're talking about Nico Iamaleava making $8 million. $8 million. If you're one of the top prospects in the country and your name's Carnell Tate, allegedly, do you want to come to Tennessee where the quarterback's getting paid $8 million? Or do you want to go to Alabama where Nick Saban just told you that we just spent $3 million on the entire team and only paid 25 players? Where do you think Carnell Tate wants to go? Where do you think a guy like Francis Mauigoa wants to go? Why do you think these players are coming out of left field? Guys like Carnell Tate, who everybody said was going to Notre Dame, everybody said was going to Ohio State. Now all of a sudden, Tennessee's the front runner. Spire Sports Group says, hold my beer. Here I come. Let me do my thing. All of a sudden, Carnell Tate's Tennessee's the front runner. 60% odds that he ends up at Tennessee. Francis Mauigoa, one of the best offensive tackles in the country, a 5-star offensive tackle, elite level offensive tackle. If you guys can't tell, I'm fired up tonight, boys. I'm fired up tonight. Why do you think Francis Mauigoa wants to come to Tennessee? Why is he not going to Alabama? Why is he not going to Nick Saban? Why is he not going somewhere where they put guys in the NFL? Because money freaking talks, and that's all that matters. I don't care. You can come in the comments and you can say, oh, you just bought players. Yes, we did. And that's great because that's all that matters. All that matters is getting the best talent on campus, turning this program around, and winning football games. That is all that matters. Here comes the biggest Talkin' VAWLS Super Chat contributor of all time, James Moody, for $50. $50.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
James Moody wants to know, what do you think we are offering via NIL to the 2023 class total? Well, what I would do with that, I would go back to Spire Sports Group and when they were on the channel, and also what you've seen them put out in the public, to the public eye, is they are looking to raise 25 mil a year is what Spire Sports Group is looking to raise. Now, is that just for the incoming freshmen? Is that just for the class of 23, or is that spread across the entire team? I would imagine that's spread across the entire team, but I don't know. I say it all the time on the channel. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're fans just like you guys. So you guys have access to the same information that I have access to. But I know when they set their goal for 25 mil, I think that tells you that they're serious. They're serious about it. And then also you're seeing people flock to Spire Sports Group, and you can go to their website. You can search at the top. There's the volunteer club, I think they call it now, and you can go check it out, man. You can donate, and that money, I think 10% goes to cost. Everything else goes to the players. So yeah, Sammy P in the chat, it's pay to win, and that's the way it is. You give your money to Spire Sports Group, and they're going to put it in the right spot, and it's going to turn this program around. And that's why I don't understand. And again, Greg Sankey's the main event. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But I don't understand how you can dial this thing in at this point. It is the Wild West. It is free game, man. Anything goes at this point. and you talk about schools and how they can't entice and how they can't lure players in. Spire Sports Group has nothing to do with the University of Tennessee. Absolutely nothing to do. They're not employees. They're not associated with. Tennessee just recently passed the law, so Spire Sports Group can now talk to the University of Tennessee as if you didn't think it was going on behind the scenes before that law was passed. If you do, you're crazy. It's the same people that think that we weren't paying players prior to NIL. Come on, let's get with it. Let's get with the program here. But now it's legal. You can talk to Spire Sports Group can talk to Josh Heupel. They can talk to the University of Tennessee. But the bottom line is they are not associated with Tennessee. So state law says it's perfectly legal to pay Nico Iamaleava whatever you want to pay him. And look, Spire Sports Group, they were handling pro contracts, NFL contracts, pro athlete contracts. You don't think they know how to draw up a contract? And it's the people that talk about how, well, I don't believe Nico's coming until he signs the dotted line on National Signing Day. Come on, man. Come on. Get with the program. You don't think, do you believe that Spire Sports Group would pay him $8 million and not have it in writing to get him locked into Tennessee? And they don't have to say, you don't have to put the words in there to, Joel, should you give money to Spire or me? Both. Share the wealth, my friend. Share the wealth. You can be like James. You can drop a 50 spot on me and then drop a 50 spot on Spire Sports Group, and we'll all be happy. I can't wait to quit my job. Going to do it live on air. Tell my boss where to go right here in front of all of you guys. Where was I? The way you word the contract is, you tell Nico that he has to be available in Knoxville for a public appearance on a Friday evening. It's a done deal. What's he going to do? Is he going to go to Oregon and play football for Oregon? And he's going to fly to Knoxville? He's going to fly to Knoxville and do a public appearance in Knoxville and then fly back to play football in Oregon on Saturday? That ain't the way it works, boys. That ain't the way it works. These contracts are dialed in. Spire Sports Group knows what they're doing. Sammy P says, Joel, I'm about to buy a shirt and donate to Spire. Do you mean a Talkin' VAWLS shirt? Because if you want to buy a Talkin' VAWLS shirt, you guys know how to do that. You guys know we sold 2 of them last night. I appreciate you guys that pick up the merchandise. But Sammy P just doing the plugs for me tonight. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. You guys see these Talkin' VAWLS Elite shirts? Do you know what that means? Do you know what it means to be elite? If you're elite, it means that you are a member of this channel. And that is how I can bring you more content. When you guys, anybody that likes what we do on this channel, if you become a member of the channel, it gives me the opportunity. Like some people think I'm joking. I'm in the process of transitioning from quitting my 9-to-5 and doing Talkin' VAWLS full time. What would that mean? It would mean more live streams, whether it's at night, whether it's in the morning. There would be more live streams. There would be more video content. It would probably mean covering baseball and basketball in addition to football, because this would be my full-time job. You can do that by becoming a member of the channel. It's right down below, right beside subscribe. Hit that join button. You can do it for as little as 99 cents a month, $1. It's less than a cup of coffee, but there's power in numbers. We got over 12,000 subscribers. If everybody joined this channel, then I can quit my job and focus on content and bringing you guys more information. But it also goes up to $9.99 a month. And if you are elite, if you give $10 a month, you are elite. Pick up the Talkin' VAWLS Elite shirt and let everybody know that you are elite. If you know, you know. Let's move on. State Pride shirts, my favorite logo design. Love this shirt. Hoodies, T-shirts, baseball tees, but then the brand new merchandise, Beat Bama, Beat Florida, and Beat Bama, or Beat Georgia. Go check it out. Different styles, designs, color schemes. You can kind of customize whatever you want. All the old favorites, clean logo shirts, TBA Jam, hats, Diamond VAWLS, everything you could possibly want. Again, bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. Thank you, Sammy P. Thank you, Sammy P, for giving me a little segue there. Giving me a little segue. JJ Banks, I work from home, so it doesn't matter. You see, Mrs. Boogie has to deal with me all the time because I work from home anyway. So I work from home. I make videos from home. So it's just nonstop. Nonstop. I'm in this office nonstop. I'm either making videos, working for the man, or I'm playing Golden Tee back there. You never know. You never know what I'm doing in this office. But go pick up some merch. Join the channel. Again, just if you join the channel, it gives me an opportunity to transition to this full time, and that's what I want, man. I want to do this full time. I want to up the quality. I want to buy a gaming PC for the NCAA streams. I want to make more content with the camera on. I want the camera on. I want edits. I want cuts. I would be able to do that if I could focus on this full time. Some people complain because I have the cartoon emoji on videos, but that's why, because I'm working my 9 to 5, taking a break and making a video, or I'm making a video right before I work my 9 to 5. So that's why you get the cartoon emoji. I don't know who Catfish Dave is. Who's Catfish Dave? Catfish Dave, if he's making big time money on YouTube, sounds like a dude that I'm jealous of. Let's get back to the article. On Thursday, the feud exploded when Fisher lashed back, calling the Alabama coach's remarks despicable. Jimbo Fisher said, "Some people think they're God." Oh my gosh, these comments. If you guys missed the live stream the other night, holy cow. We watched this press conference live on air. Me, Xavier, Tim, and Joel jumped on with us. Holy crap. It's so funny. Go back and watch it. But Jimbo says, go dig into how God did his deal. You may find out a lot of things you don't want to know. We built him up to be the czar of football. Go dig into his past, or anybody that's ever coached with him. You can find out anything you want to find out, what he does and how he does it. It's despicable. Those are big-time shots fired. Those are big-time shots fired by Jimbo Fisher. You know, Nick Saban says that Jimbo paid everybody in the class of 22, but it's legal. It's legal to pay everybody in the class of 22, right? That's perfectly legal. But what Jimbo is accusing Saban of is illegal. He's saying that Nick Saban has been cheating for years and that you can ask any coach you want to ask. It is the reality that Nick Saban has been cheating. My voice is giving out. Give me just a second. So Jimbo is talking about Nick Saban cheating before NIL ever became a thing. And that's why I go back to the video I made about the player that got offered 6 figures back in 2000. And I caught a lot of crap over that. People saying, oh, but Nick Saban wasn't there in 2000. You don't think I don't realize that? I know that Nick Saban was not at Alabama in 2000. The point of the video was that Nick Saban Alabama has been cheating since 2000, before Nick Saban ever showed up. Do you really think that Nick Saban showed up and he cleaned up the program? That was the whole point of the video. But I get it. Alabama fans don't care. Alabama fans do not care. They're just going to show up and run their mouths. But the bottom line is, Alabama's been cheating for a long time, prior to Nick Saban ever showing up, and now Jimbo Fisher doubles down and confirms it. And if you don't think that Jeremy Pruitt learned how to cheat from Nick Saban, I don't know what to tell you. It's the reality of the situation. It's the reality of the situation. And I don't sugarcoat it. I'm honest. I'm honest on this channel. We are paying for this recruiting class. And we're paying for Nico. We're paying for Carnell Tate. We're paying for Francis Mauigoa. I love it. I love every bit of it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that things are finally going in the right direction for Tennessee football. But I'm honest. I admit it. But Jimbo Fisher calls Nick Saban a liar. Nick Saban calls Jimbo Fisher a liar. Everybody is lying, and that's what's the insanity about the whole thing. But Jeremy Pruitt was cheating just the same as Nick Saban. He was cheating just the same as Jimbo Fisher, but he sucked. He sucked, just like Leonard says in the chat. Jeremy Pruitt was terrible. He was terrible. That's why he got fired. Jeremy Pruitt didn't get fired because he was cheating. If Jeremy Pruitt was winning, none of that would have ever happened, guys. None of it would have ever happened. Jeremy Pruitt would still be here at Tennessee if he was winning. But the bottom line is Jeremy Pruitt sucked as a football coach, so we threw him under the bus. Allegedly. It's all allegedly, guys. It's all allegedly. It's 9:30 on a Saturday. Everything's allegedly. Gosh, maybe we should do more of these late night Saturday streams. I'm having a blast with you guys. I'm having a blast. Jeremy Pruitt would still be the coach at Tennessee if he were winning. Period. End of story. End of story. Article goes on to say Saban, meanwhile, told ESPN on Thursday that he reached out to Fisher and Jackson State coach Deion Sanders, wanting to apologize for mentioning their specific schools and for any suggestion they were cheating to get players. Of course. It's like, you ever insult somebody, they get offended, and you're like, I was just kidding. That's what Nick Saban's doing. Just completely throws them under the bus. People get offended. I was just kidding. Ryan Clayton, yeah, that's a good question. I can't answer that, man. I can't answer why we fired Bruce Pearl, because he was a great coach, man. He was a great coach. But I think the NCAA maybe got a little bit more involved there because he lied. I think that's what caused all of that. I loved Bruce Pearl. I was probably more excited about Tennessee basketball when Bruce Pearl was there than any other time. Let's go back to the article here. Reiterated that point Saturday, appearing during ESPN's coverage of the PGA Championship. Why is Saban on during the PGA Championship? What the heck? What is happening? Saban said, it was not my intention to criticize anyone. He bought every player. Jimbo Fisher bought every single player. We did not pay for one. No, not one. I didn't mean to criticize anyone. I didn't. Nick Saban just straight up walking it back. He says, I think we have some unintended consequences of name, image, and likeness. And some of the circumstances we're in right now, the SEC has publicly reprimanded both coaches for their comments. Spurrier, however, said he did. I've been rambling so long. I said I didn't think we would go 10 minutes. We're 40 minutes in. I forgot we were talking about Steve Spurrier. That's how much fun I'm having. More late night, Saturday night streams. Spurrier, however, said he didn't find any fault with Saban's original comments. This is the Steve Spurrier quote. Says, I don't think Saban told any lies in there, so I don't know what Fisher was mad about. Since Fisher beat him last year, I guess he can talk now. He hasn't beat much of anybody. Why is Steve Spurrier talking trash? What is he like, 95 years old, sitting in his retirement home talking trash about Jimbo Fisher? He hasn't beat much of anybody, but he beat Saban last year, but they haven't won the division or anything since he's been there. Did Saban say something that wasn't true? Spurrier, a 6-time SEC champion and 7-time SEC Coach of the Year, who won the Heisman in 1966 with the Gators as a player, recently was given the Nick Saban Legacy Award along with the late Eddie Robinson. I really... Ooh. Steve Spurrier just firing shots for absolutely no reason. Absolutely no reason. Crystal Free, it's a circus. Yeah, the entire thing is a circus. It's all a circus. All of it is a circus. You got Nick Saban firing off at Jimbo. You got Jimbo firing off at Nick Saban. You got Lane Kiffin poking the bear. And I love that Lane Kiffin regularly calls Nick Saban the GOAT. I love it because Lane Kiffin's the troll of all trolls. He's the troll of all trolls. He calls him the GOAT as a jab. It's a complete jab. Complete jab at Nick Saban. Let me catch up with you guys. See what you guys have to say about all this. I want to get your thoughts. For the fans, by the fans. We are the best fans. So I want to catch up with you guys in the chat. Whether you super chat or not, I want to see what you guys think here. Let me scroll back up. Jim says, wait a second, we're 40 minutes in? Yeah, almost 45 minutes in. I texted my wife and I said, what time are you guys going to be home? Thinking about going live. She's like, I thought you were going to relax and take the night off. I read an article. It pissed me off. I'm going to go live, see what happens. Got 175 people hanging out. 175 people hanging out on a Saturday night because Boogie was drinking a little bourbon, reading some comic books, and got pissed off. So here we are, 175 people. Hit that thumbs up. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Share it out. Let somebody know we're live. Tell your aunt, uncle. It's crazy. It's May the 21st. It's May the 21st. I go back like a year and a half ago. 200 people was a big-time post-game stream. Big-time post-game stream. It's crazy that we can get 200 people in here in May. In May to talk about drama. I'll show up and talk to you guys about whatever, though. We can talk about chili or hot dogs. I really don't freaking care. We can hang out, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in because I'm by myself, man. I texted JP, I texted Snake, I texted Dauber. JP responded, said he was busy. I got another text here. Let's see who responded. Snake said, "Sorry, can't make it." It's all good. It's all good, Snake. Your mom, I think your mom's in the chat, but you're not here. It's normal. Dauber never responded. He never responded the other night either. Maybe, I hope Dauber's alive. Will Good for 5, thank you for the super chat. Says, "Help Boogie stop working for the man." Thank you, Will. I appreciate that. Every super chat, every membership. I want to see you guys join the channel. What can I do? 180 people. What can I do? I'm giving away a free shirt from the last live stream. I give away all of our profits. Should I do it again? Should I say if we get 10 memberships before I go off air? I'll just do it. Why not? Let me pull up a notepad and keep track of it. If we gain 10 new members before the end of the stream, 10 new members before I wrap up this show, I'll give away a free shirt. So hit that join button right down below, right beside subscribe. It's 99 cents a month. 99 cents a month. David Burgess likes the Pissed Off Boogie streams. Yeah, dude, I'm so disappointed that JP couldn't be here because JP hates Alabama. He hates him. Man, he goes on so many rants over Alabama. I wish he could have been here. Wish he could have been here. He would have had some fun tonight. If we can get 10 brand new members, 99 cents a month, that's like $10. I'll give away a free shirt. I'll lose money. So join the channel. Hit the join button just down below. And look, here's the perks. If you're a member of the channel, you get access to custom Talkin' VAWLS emojis. You can throw the power T's in the chat. You can throw Boogie Bentley emoji. If you're a member of the channel, throw those emojis in the chat. Let people know. Let them know what they've won if they join the channel. The emojis are fun. It's 99 cents a month. But also, if you join the channel, when we do fan call-in shows, which the plan this fall. Look, this fall, Boogie's making a move to do this full time. So this fall, what my plan is to go live 4 nights a week. 4 nights a week once football starts. We're going to go live every Monday with a fan call-in show where you guys get to call in and you guys get to voice your opinion. It's going to be your show. I'm going to sit back and listen. I may have to drive some things. I may do some plugs, but it's going to be your show. Everybody that's a member of the channel is going to be able to come on and voice their opinion of Saturday's game. I'm going to go live on Tuesday nights playing NCAA 2013. We're going to play NCAA, and we are going to talk about VAWL football. And it's going to be exciting because right now it's the middle of the summer. There's not a whole lot to talk about, but we're still hanging out. We're talking VAWL football. We're talking recruiting. We're talking transfer portal. And then we're going to go live on Wednesday night for our regular midweek show. We're going to go live on Wednesdays. Me, Dauber, JP, Snake, whoever shows up, we're going to talk about Tennessee football. Then we're going to do the post-game show on Saturday. 4 nights a week. We are going to be live 4 nights a week. That is my commitment to you. So if you join the channel, you become a member of the channel, every single Monday, you're going to have an opportunity to come on this channel and voice your opinion. This is for the fans, by the fans. I try to stick to that and let you guys know and give you the opportunity. I hope you guys realize it. And I think a lot of you do. I try to voice your opinion on this channel. Daniel Gregory, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Appreciate that support. We need 9 more members. 9 more members. I'll give away a free shirt. Dustin Price says, hold my beer. I'm going to become a member of the channel. Thank you, Dustin, for becoming a member of the channel. 8 more members. We need 8 more members, and we'll give away a free shirt. Riley Bell says, I don't see a member. I don't see a join button. Are you on an Apple product? If you're on an Apple product, you don't have access to a join button. What you got to do is close the YouTube app. You got to go to an internet browser, and then you sign into your YouTube account, and then that join button will show up. But you have to be on an internet browser. Once you join the channel, you can come back to the app, sign back in. Everything will be great. Everything will be great. But for some reason, Apple sucks and doesn't want people. Apple doesn't want me to quit my job. That's the whole problem. Apple doesn't want me to quit my job. I love you guys in the chat. You guys just telling them what's up because you've been here so long. You've been here so long that you know. Want to give a shout out to our top super chat contributors. You can see it across the bottom. All-time single donation, James Moody. James Moody gave a $200 super chat at one time. Joel Certain, ZA Slayer Gaming, Ryan Bray, but all 3 gave $50 super chats this month. Just this month alone, just in the month of May. And then James Moody tonight, $49.99 super chat. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Top contributors, you guys, you're leading the way. Whit Maddox, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. We got 7 to go, guys. 7 to go. 7 more memberships. I'll give away a free shirt. And also, going back to the last live stream. Oh, Joel's threatening. Joel's threatening James Moody. He's going to take him down. I love it. I love a good, healthy competition. Love a good, healthy competition. All right, let's get back into it. Let's get to the main event here. We're 50 minutes in. 50 minutes in. Maybe I should do this. See, if I quit my job, I could just do this every night. Every freaking night, I could just go live and talk to you guys. Just talk to you guys. I love it. So much fun. What's up, Elijah? Good to see you in the chat, kid. Good to see you in the chat, kid. VAWLS on Rocky Top. I hate Apple, too. I hate Apple. Android far, far, far superior. Riley Bells, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. We got 6 to go. 6 more members, and we'll throw away some free T-shirts. You guys can pick. You can go with, I don't know, the Beat Bama shirt, Beat Florida, Beat Georgia. You can go with the State Pride logo, whatever you guys want. I'll let you pick any design you want. But thank you, Riley, for becoming a member of the channel. Riley said, I just found the join button. That's difficult. Right down there beside subscribe, unless you got an Apple product, then it becomes complete nonsense. Got 180 people watching live. How many thumbs up we got? How many thumbs up we got in here? Oh, my phone's being difficult. I can't see. I don't know how many thumbs up we got. Smash that thumbs up. Free, quick, easy. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Jason Calhoun is a member of the channel. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. 5 to go. 5 more members before we wrap this thing up. And we'll give away a free shirt. Tim Bradley says, smash that freaking like button. Just smash it. Smash it. Smash that like button. Jim says 123 likes. Let's get it to 168. Yeah, we got 171 people watching live right now. Dude, the longer you guys hang out, maybe I don't know what I'll do. I'll stay live all night. You guys being generous, dropping super chats. Members are coming in. I love it, man. I love it. This is fun. It's laid back. You know, when I started this channel, I felt like everything had to be so professional. So professional. But the more I get into it, the more I realize you guys don't care, man. I think you guys like the realism, just hanging out, shooting the bull. Let's go sit on the back deck, drink a couple of beers, and talk about Tennessee sports. Love it. I love it. Elijah says, let's get it. Let's get Boogie to 15K by the start of the season. Elijah, spoiler alert, that was my goal, man. That was my goal. I always set lofty goals, although when I... so funny, because when I work my 9 to 5 and they tell me I have to write goals, I'm like, no, I hate goals. I don't want to write goals. I don't want to do anything for you. I want to put in my official goals for my scorecard for my 9 to 5, 15,000 subscribers on YouTube. You think I would get fired? You think I would get fired if I did that? Because that's what I want to do. VAWLS on Rocky Top says, spend time with your family, you stupid psychopath. They're not here, man. They're not here. I spend time with my family all the time. But let me tell you something, VAWLS on Rocky Top. Let me shoot the truth at you, VAWLS on Rocky Top. That's exactly what I want to do. But it takes sacrifices to get there. It takes sacrifices to be able to do this full time. Because right now, VAWLS on Rocky Top, I do want to spend time with my family. But nothing is free. Nothing is easy, man. Nothing is easy. You can't just jump on YouTube and do it half-assed. You cannot do this half-assed and think this channel is going to grow. You can't just do live streams and think this channel is going to grow. You have to do videos. You got to do live streams. You got to do promotion. You got to do marketing. It takes work, my man. And so I'm putting in the work so that eventually, you know, I can wake up and make a video, and then I can go hit the gym, and then I can spend time with my wife, spend time with my kids. I can pump out another video around lunchtime, and then maybe do a live stream at night. That's the goal, my man. The goal is this is the job, and all of my other time is with my family. But right now, I'm working 40 a week, man. Working 40 a week and trying to do this. But you don't get rewarded for being lazy. It's about the hustle. You know, it drives me nuts when people are like, oh, spend time with your family. Like, look, you guys don't know what happens off air. Like, I spend time with my family. They're the priority. but I am driven to succeed on YouTube. Brad Dozier becomes a member of the channel. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate that. We got 4 more to go. 4 more members. We'll give away a free shirt before we wrap this thing up. You guys ready to get into the main event? Joel wants Uncle Lou versus Boogie in a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Tim would buy a ticket for that. Riley, that's a good question. How many members away from full-time? I had a number in mind. We're about halfway there. I won't say what the exact number is, but we're about halfway there. We're picking up steam. And again, you know, sometimes I feel guilty for shilling, but at the same time, like I think a lot of people come in here, they watch videos, they watch live streams, they don't even know that membership's a thing. And so I think I need to do a better job of advertising that, because again, like I said just a few minutes ago, there's 12,000 subscribers here. If everybody joined, that's $12,000 a month. I'm done with work. If you guys can afford to spend 99 cents a month, 99 cents a month, that's $1 a month. If every subscriber spends $1 a month, then I'm full-time YouTube, man. And I'm committed to you guys. And I already do. The sacrifices I make for this channel, but it's because I love you guys, man. Like, it is crazy. I don't want to get emotional, but it's like, I started this channel a long time ago. Me and Snake started this channel, and it was a completely different vision. Like, it wasn't Tennessee related. It was a completely different vision. And I remember we went out to eat, and our wives were laughing at us, and they were like, "You're never good." And I was like, "What if we made enough money to buy you guys dinner? Then would you consider us a success?" And they just laughed at us, like, "You're never going to make enough money to buy us dinner." And then it went from that to doing a comic book podcast to doing a wrestling podcast. And I failed over and over and over. But in the process of that, I learned what it took to try to build Talkin' VAWLS. And in that process, I never thought I would create this community. And I shouldn't say it's we. We did it together, man. We did it together. There are so many people, and we're getting ready to do a meet and greet coming up in June. And I said I wasn't going to say this on a mainstream. I said I was just going to keep it to just the Tuesday night stream. But I'm going to mention it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it in June. We're doing a meet and greet, man. And we're going to get together in Johnson City at a retro arcade. We're going to hang out. We're going to play video games. And there are people talking about driving 4 to 5 hours to come hang out with us. Like, I spend more time with certain people in this chat than I spend with real life friends. And I never thought that was going to be a thing on YouTube. I never thought that was going to be a thing. I thought maybe we would find success. Maybe we would make money. Maybe whatever. I didn't know what would happen. I thought it was going to be me coming and hanging out with my real life friends, and we would have a good time and talk Tennessee. And now you can see I'm sitting here by myself. Like Dauber's got stuff going on, Snake's got stuff going on, JP's got, and I'm like, there's so many people in this chat that you guys are here every single time I go live. Every time I go live, you're here. And I never in a million years thought that this would become this amazing community. And that's such a goofy thing to say, but it's the reality. And it's not like it's something I did. It's like Tuesday nights when I'm playing video games. And you guys are in the chat and you're talking to each other. You're not even talking to me. You guys are talking to each other because that's what community means. It's not about me. It's not about Dauber. It's not about JP. You guys enjoy each other's company as much as you do hearing me ramble and talk on. And that's what it's all about. Dustin Price, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate that support. Mike Norris also becomes a member of the channel. Where are we at? I think we got 2 to go. And we'll give away a free shirt. Appreciate you guys joining the channel. Let's get into the main event. No, that's enough. That's enough of me being sappy and crying and being a freaking baby. But gosh, man, I'm so freaking proud. I'm so proud of this channel. All right, one last emotional story. And I'm sure everybody's going to leave the chat. Everybody's signing off because I'm getting like emotional. But it was a while back. I was bitching about work because I hate my job. I hate it. I hate my job. I've said it multiple times. I cannot stand my 9 to 5. I hate it. And I was trying to do a live stream one night, and my wife was like, really? Why? Like, can we just do something else? Like, can we just do something else? Why are you going to go live? And, man, I went down this freaking lecture, and I was like, I find no value in my 9 to 5. No value, man. None. All I'm doing is putting money in the man's pocket, putting money in corporate America's pocket. That I get no pride from that. I hate the man. I hate corporate America. I hate college degrees. That's not my thing. Putting on a suit, that ain't my thing, man. If you walk up and you got camo shorts on and a sleeveless shirt, you're my type of dude, man. We'll talk, we'll hang out, we'll get along, man. You show up and you got a suit on, and no disrespect to somebody that's worked and you wear a suit to work, that ain't my thing, man. That ain't my thing. And I told her, I said, every bit of my pride comes from being a father, from being a husband, and from what I do on Talkin' VAWLS. Talkin' VAWLS gives me energy. It gives me passion. It keeps me moving forward, man. I love this channel. I wake up every morning. Man, I'm going on a rant. I did not think this was going to happen. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's the freaking bourbon talking. But I wake up every freaking morning, and I check the comment section. I check the analytics. I check the subscribers. I check the numbers because this is my passion and I want to do it freaking full time because I love you guys. I love the interaction. I love the community. This is what I want to do. This is what gives me energy. It's what gives me passion. I love this channel, man, and I hope you guys understand it. All right, I'm done. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Oh, got sidetracked. VAWLS on right top becomes a member of the channel. Joel says that's 10. I think we need one more, but Joel says we need 10. He says that's 10. I think we need one more. We'll see what happens. I'll give away a free shirt if not, but the more the merrier. Join the channel, man. I'll give away a free shirt at the end of the show, regardless of what happens. I appreciate that, Mike. Appreciate that, man. Mark says we got 10. All right, we'll give away a free shirt, but don't let that keep you back. Don't let that keep you back. Sammy P says, Boogie, that's 10. You can't count. You're crying. You got tears in your eyes. You're being emotional. You don't even know what's going on, Boogie. All right, let's get to the main event. Let me tell you guys how to win a shirt. You got to be a member of the channel. It's going to be the same as the last live stream. You got to be a member of the channel. After we go off air, come back to the channel, leave a comment on this video. After we go off air, come back, leave a comment, and tell me. So if you guys were wrong, then Cody just joined the channel. So we're clearly over 10. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate the support, buddy. Come back after we go off air, leave a comment, and tell me how you got exposed to the Talkin' VAWLS network. No, I'm really not that. I'm really not that bad. I'm really not that bad. I'm just, man, I don't know, man. I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate the opportunity that you guys give me. It's not lost on me, man. I say for the fans, by the fans. It is not lost on me. It's because of you guys. It is because of you guys that this channel succeeds. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. No big deal, man. If you can't join the channel, if you can't afford it, that's cool too, man. I say that all the time. If you can't afford to give a super chat, don't give a super chat. If you got some extra money, and you want to put a little tip in the tip jar, throw it my way. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support, no matter how it comes in. But let me hit this super chat from Joel for 20. Thank you, Joel. Appreciate that. Johnson City going to be lit on the 25th. Y'all come hang out, drink some beers, and watch me kick some boogie butt in the arcade. Is that a challenge, Joel? Is that a challenge? I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. The 25th, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Retro Arcade in Johnson City. Everybody's invited. Nothing official. We're just going to meet. We're going to meet at Retro Arcade in Johnson City at 4 p.m. We're going to play some video games. We may go somewhere else and eat. We may go somewhere else and bowl. I have no idea what the future holds, but it's going to be good fun on the 25th, 4 p.m., Retro Arcade in Johnson City. JP, I think, is going to try to make it. Snake's going to try to make it. Still trying to confirm with Dauber. We're going to come hang out. No matter what, we're going to come hang out. It's going to be a good time. I cannot wait. Thank you, Joel, for the super chat. And I look forward to the 25th. It is going to be a good time. But again, to win the free shirt, you got to be a member of the channel. Come back after we go off air. Leave a comment. Let me know how you discovered the Talkin' VAWLS Network, and we'll pick a winner. Lee Honda Hilt becomes a member of the channel. Thank you for the support. You guys, every single one of you guys, I don't know if you've joined at the 99-cent level or the $10 level, but look, that's like 12 people that have joined the channel. That's one step closer to doing this thing full time, man. You guys are making, you don't understand. I promise I'm done. We're going to get into the main event. You don't understand. You are making my dreams come true by doing this, and I appreciate that. Riley Bell says, Talkin' VAWLS golf one day. It's an idea that I'm kicking around in my head. I did a charity golf tournament for the American Cancer Society for 5 years, and I'm thinking about doing a Talkin' VAWLS Presents American Cancer Society golf tournament. I don't know how many fans we have that actually play golf, but I'm thinking about doing it. It would be a typical golf tournament, like $200 a team, and maybe raise the bar, like, I don't know, set a price where if you get 3 people, you can play with me as your team captain, Dauber is your team captain, JP is your team captain, Snake is your team captain, Indy Kid is your team captain. The goal is to raise money for the American Cancer Society. And I think I'm really leaning towards doing that because, you know, we raised a lot of money in the 5 years that I did that, but I think now we have a platform that really gives us the opportunity to raise some money for the American Cancer Society. Let's get into the main event here. SEC football, Greg Sankey addresses concerning trends in NIL, seeing just straight payments. This is from 24/7 Sports. Now, let's recap here, right? Because we've seen Nick Saban, we've seen Jimbo Fisher in the media complaining about NIL, complaining about paying players. But you also got to remember, Nick Saban's been complaining for months. He has been complaining for months about NIL. And so Greg Sankey, the commissioner of the SEC, went to the Capitol looking for assistance, how to rein this thing in, because Bama bias is real. And if Alabama doesn't have the advantage, then their daddy, Greg Sankey, is going to go reel things in. And that is exactly what we are seeing happen, because Greg Sankey went to the Capitol. Now he's putting out a statement earlier today complaining about NIL and Alabama no longer having an advantage. So let's look what it says. Summer 2021 featured a groundbreaking decision by the NCAA to allow athletes to profit off of their name, image, and likeness, but the move opened Pandora's box in college football. And even after the NCAA recently issued updated guidance on NIL rules, SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey is not pleased with the current state of the NIL landscape. Of course he's not, because Alabama no longer has the advantage. He says there are some concerning trends. We're not seeing name, image, and likeness activity. We're seeing just straight payments. And I think it's important that we recenter ourselves on what's supposed to be happening here, and the desire to keep that activity out of recruitment to benefit young people economically, but to do so in a healthy way. So I would absolutely love to hear Greg Sankey's solution to this problem, because it's the Wild West. You made it legal. You made it official. You can't back down at this point. But Alabama no longer has the advantage, so Greg Sankey is going to clearly step in. Thank you, Benjamin Covington, for becoming a member of the channel. Appreciate the support, my friend. Let's get back to the article. Sankey, along with Pac-12 Commissioner Greg Kliavkoff, if that's his name, set foot in Washington, D.C. earlier in the spring to lobby for new federal legislation on NIL, and not without merit either. College football currently finds itself mired by tampering allegations and more as the sport struggles with the intersection of name, image, and likeness in the NCAA transfer portal, particularly due to the one-time transfer rule passed in 2021. USC and Alabama are among notable schools on the receiving end of tampering allegations after landing prominent transfers in Pitt receiver Jordan Addison and Louisville receiver Tyler Harrell, respectively, and those are just two cases. Look, what are you going to do at this point? What are you going to do at this point? It's happening all across the country. What type of rules are you going to put in place to shut this down? It's too late. I understand the government passed these laws. The government is who made it official. But you are responsible. You got to put rules in place. You got to dial this thing in. Elijah Allen with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Elijah. Appreciate that. Says, Greg, get Saban his binky Sankey. Of course. Of course. Nick Saban complains. Nick Saban cries. So what happens? Greg Sankey goes to the Capitol. Now Greg Sankey is putting out statements that this is no longer fair, and we have to find a way to dial it in. So what would you guys say to an Alabama fan? What would you guys say to certain fan bases like Georgia that would come in and say, we're not at a disadvantage. We got all kinds of money. Like, we're just following the rules, and you're not. Like, that's clearly what's happening, right? It's not the fact that Tennessee's pockets are deep. It's not the fact that Texas A&M has deep pockets, even though Nick Saban's complaining about Jimbo Fisher and his recruiting class in the class of 2022. It's clearly about legislation. It's clearly about rules. It's not about a disadvantage. Nick Saban has had an advantage for a decade. We all know that. Jimbo Fisher pointed it out, and Alabama fans can come in and deny it, but we all know what the truth is. It goes on to say the heat surrounding NIL allegations reached new levels midweek when Alabama head coach Nick Saban claimed Texas A&M bought its entire 2022 recruiting class, claim that did not sit well with Aggies head coach Jimbo Fisher. Did you guys, when we listened to that press conference, did you guys not laugh when Jimbo Fisher said, we didn't break one Texas law? Didn't you think that was kind of convenient? We didn't break one Texas law. He didn't say anything about SEC laws, SEC rules, NCAA rules. He said we didn't break one Texas law. And I think that's what it comes down to. When you look at Tennessee and Spire Sports Group, how are you going to hold Spire Sports Group accountable when they have nothing to do with the school? They are an agency. They've been doing this for years. Pro contracts. It has nothing to do with the school. We all know it does. Wink, wink. But how can you hold them accountable? Cody Brandt says, when's the meetup in June? Boogie, it's going to be on June the 25th, 4 p.m. Eastern time at Retro Arcade in Johnson City, Tennessee. I don't know where we will go from there. We'll probably go bowling. We'll probably go get some food. Depends on how many people show up, but it's going to be a good time. Hope to see you there, Cody. Somebody said, who was it? Let me scroll back up here. Sammy P said, Kiffin media ban. Apparently Greg Sankey came out and said nobody could meet with the media. Everybody had to keep their mouth shut, and nobody was allowed to speak with the media. He had a podcast appearance scheduled, and that got shut down by Greg Sankey. Let's wrap up the article here. In wake of claims, Fisher called a press conference in which he condemned Saban's comments and said he refused to speak with Saban, and when Saban attempted to reach out by telephone, stating the two's relationship in coaching circles was done. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for SEC Media Days. It's going to be fantastic. Jimbo Fisher says he loves controversy. Says he loves controversy. Can't wait to address Nick Saban face-to-face. We'll see how that plays out. But the bottom line is Nick Saban cries. Nick Saban whines, and people tell me, no, he doesn't. Nick Saban isn't crying. Nick Saban has the advantage. If he wants to use it, he'll use it. Nick Saban just spent $3 million. He's just reserving that money. Oh, my gosh. Alabama fans are so comical. They're so comical. They're so clueless. Craig J says, did you see Travis Hunter's tweet? Yeah, I made a video on that earlier, and a lot of people are going to get mad talking about Nick Saban wasn't there in 2000. Well, that's irrelevant. There's still some ties there. The fact that Alabama has been paying players since 2000. And that's all you need to know. Did Nick Saban come in and clean up the program? I think not. I think we're going to wrap things up. Appreciate everybody that joined the channel. I never in a million years thought we were going to go an hour and 15 minutes. I saw that Nick Saban article, wanted to share it. I thought it was worth sharing the comments from Spurrier. But you guys have been awesome, man. Fun show, hanging out. Over almost 200 people in here at one point. If you have not done so yet, make sure you smash the thumbs up. You guys know what to do. Go check out the merchandise. The links to all that's in the description below. Go check it out. And also, don't forget the meet and greet coming up in June. I mentioned the dates earlier. I hope to see you guys, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, we'll just hang out, have a couple of beers, we'll bowl, play video games, whatever happens. We'll just see how many people show up. Todd Hurley says, great to hear that voice, Boogie. Oh, man, my wife never says that. She never says that. That's going to do it, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks for the tips in the old tip jar. Thank you for everybody that joined the channel. Don't forget, if you're a member of the channel, come back, leave a comment on this video, and let me know how you found the Talkin' VAWLS Network, and I will pick a winner for a free t-shirt. I will comment on your comments, so make sure you stay dialed into that. I'll do the same on the previous live stream, and I will pick a winner for that as well. We'll ship out 2 free shirts this week. If you don't win the shirt, go check out the merchandise. Like I said, links are in the description below. That's going to do it for this one. Impromptu live stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. This is Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.